Walk into a Subaru dealership unprepared and you're leaving money on the table. Lots of it. I'm talking $2,000, $3,000, sometimes even $5,000 more than you needed to spend. The dealership knows this. The salesperson knows this. And they're counting on you not knowing the game they're playing. Here's the reality. Buying a Subaru in 2026 is different than it was even 2 years ago. Interest rates are higher, inventory is shifting, and dealers are using new tactics to maximize their profit on every single sale. But here's the good news. Once you understand how the system works, you can flip it in your favor. Today, I'm going to walk you through the exact strategies that'll save you thousands at the Subaru dealership. I'm talking real numbers, real tactics, and real insider knowledge that most salespeople don't want you to know. Whether you're eyeing a new Outback, a Crosstrek, or a WRX, these tips work across the board. So if you're planning to buy a Subaru this year, don't skip this. By the end, you'll know exactly how to negotiate like a pro and drive away with a deal that actually makes sense. Let's dive in. The biggest mistake most Subaru buyers make. Here's where most people mess up right from the start. They walk into the dealership focused on the monthly payment. I just need to keep it under $500 a month. And the dealer? They love hearing that. Why? Because once you tell them your budget, they'll structure the deal around that number, not around getting you the best price on the car. They'll stretch the loan to 72 months. They'll bump the interest rate. They'll sneak in dealer add-ons, and you'll walk out thinking you got a great deal because, hey, it's $499 a month. Meanwhile, you just paid $4,000 more than you should have. Here's the truth. The monthly payment is the last thing you should negotiate, not the first. Instead, focus on these 3 things in this exact order: the price of the car, your trade-in value, if you have one, the financing terms, get those locked down first. Then, and only then, talk monthly payments. This simple shift in approach can save you thousands. Trust me. Do your homework before you ever step foot in the dealership. You wouldn't take a test without studying, right? Same deal here. Walking into a Subaru dealership without research is like showing up to a poker game and showing everyone your cards. You're at a massive disadvantage. Here's what you need to know before you go. The MSRP and the invoice price. MSRP is the sticker price. Invoice is what the dealer paid for the car. Your goal is to get as close to invoice as possible. Websites like Edmunds, Kelley Blue Book, and TrueCar can show you both numbers. Current incentives and rebates. Subaru offers manufacturer rebates, loyalty discounts, and special APR deals throughout the year. Check Subaru's official website or forums like SubaruOutback.org to see what's available in your region. What the car actually sells for in your area. This is huge. Use tools like Car Gurus or Auto Trader to see what similar Subarus are listed for near you. If every 2026 Forester is going for $30,000 and the dealer quotes you $33,000, you've got leverage. Your credit score. Know your score before the dealer runs it. If it's above 720, you qualify for the best rates. If it's lower, at least you won't be blindsided. Do this research and you're already ahead of 80% of buyers walking through that door. And here's a pro tip. Print out your research. Bring screenshots, bring numbers. When the salesperson throws out a price, you can calmly pull out your phone and say, "That's interesting because I'm seeing this car listed for $2,500 less at 3 other dealers." Watch how fast the tone changes. Timing is everything when buying a Subaru. When you buy matters just as much as how you buy. Dealerships have quotas, monthly quotas, quarterly quotas, end-of-year quotas. And when those deadlines are looming, they're way more willing to cut deals. Here's when to shop for the best prices. End of the month. Salespeople need to hit their numbers. The last few days of the month, that's when they're desperate to close deals. End of the quarter. March, June, September, and December are golden months. Dealers get bonuses from Subaru for hitting quarterly targets, and they'll discount cars to make it happen. End of the year. November and December are prime time. Dealers want to clear out inventory before the new model year arrives, and they'll slash prices to do it. Bad weather days. Sounds random, but it works. On a rainy Tuesday afternoon, the showroom is empty. Salespeople are bored. You walk in, and suddenly you're their only shot at a commission that day. Use it. Also, avoid weekends if you can. Saturdays are packed, and salespeople know they've got plenty of other buyers to work with. Come on a Tuesday morning, you've got their full attention, and they're more likely to negotiate. Don't fall for the foursquare trick. Alright, here's a classic dealer tactic you need to recognize. You sit down with the salesperson. They pull out a piece of paper and draw a big square divided into 4 smaller squares. One square is for the car's price, one is for your trade-in, one is for your down payment, and one is for your monthly payment. Looks helpful, right? It's not. This is called the 4 square, and it's designed to confuse you. The dealer will move numbers around between the squares to make it look like you're getting a deal in one area, while they're quietly jacking up the price in another. For example, they'll say, "Great news! We can give you $8,000 for your trade-in." Sounds good. But what they're not telling you is they just added $2,000 to the price of the car. Or they'll lower the monthly payment by stretching your loan to 84 months, which means you're paying way more interest over time. Here's how to beat it. Negotiate one thing at a time. Get the car price locked in first. Then discuss your trade-in separately. Then talk financing. And if the salesperson pulls out the 4 square, just say, "I appreciate the breakdown, but I'd like to handle these one at a time." Stay firm. Stay focused. Don't let them shuffle numbers around. The power of the pre-approval. Here's a move that puts you in the driver's seat. Get pre-approved for financing before you even talk to the dealer. Most people let the dealership handle financing because it's convenient. And yeah, sometimes dealers can get you a decent rate. But here's the thing. The dealer makes money on financing. They'll often mark up the interest rate by 1% or 2% and pocket the difference. So if the bank approves you at 5.5%, the dealer might quote you 6.5% or 7%. You think that's the best rate available, so you take it. Meanwhile, they just made an extra $1,000 to $2,000 off you. Here's what to do instead. Before you shop, get pre-approved through your bank, credit union, or an online lender. Credit unions often have the best rates, and they're way more transparent than dealership finance offices. Walk into the dealership with that pre-approval in hand. Now you've got leverage. When the dealer offers financing, you can say, "I'm already approved at 5.2%. Can you beat that?" If they can, great. If not, you use your pre-approval and save yourself a chunk of money. Either way, you win. Your trade-in is a separate deal. Let's talk trade-ins. If you've got a car to trade, the dealer will ask about it early in the process, and they'll try to lump it into the overall negotiation. Don't let them. Here's why. When you mix your trade-in with the new car price, it gets messy. The dealer can lowball your trade and inflate the new car price, and you won't even notice because the numbers are all tangled together. Instead, treat your trade-in as a completely separate transaction. First, find out what your car is actually worth. Use Kelley Blue Book, Edmunds, or Car Gurus to get a realistic trade-in value. Better yet, get quotes from Carvana, CarMax, or Vroom. These companies will give you an instant offer, and it's usually pretty competitive. Now you've got a baseline. When the dealer makes an offer on your trade, compare it to what you already know it's worth. If they're lowballing you by $2,000, call them out. And here's a power move. If the dealer won't give you a fair price on your trade, sell it privately or to CarMax instead. You'll almost always get more money that way. The dealer might act disappointed, but trust me, they'll still sell you the car. Say no to dealer add-ons. All right, you've negotiated the price. You've handled the trade-in. You think you're done? Not yet. Now comes the finance office. And this is where dealers make a ton of profit on things you don't need. They'll pitch you on extended warranties, paint protection packages, fabric protection, wheel and tire coverage, thin etching gap insurance. Some of these sound useful, and yeah, A couple might actually be worth it depending on your situation. But here's the truth. Most of these add-ons are overpriced and have huge dealer markups. That $1,200 paint protection? You can get the same thing done at a detailer for $300. The $2,000 extended warranty? You can buy one later, often for less money. And Subarus are reliable enough that you might not even need it. Gap insurance? If you're putting down a decent down payment and not rolling negative equity into the loan, you probably don't need it. And if you do, your regular car insurance company can add it for way less. And here's the key. Don't be afraid to walk away if the numbers don't make sense. Dealerships hate losing a sale, especially to a competitor. The moment you head for the door, you'd be surprised how often the price magically drops. I've seen people save $2,000 to $3,000 just by being willing to walk out. It works. Leasing versus buying. Know the difference. Before you sign anything, make sure you're clear on whether you're buying or leasing. Leasing a Subaru can make sense if you like driving a new car every few years. You don't drive a ton of miles. Most leases cap you at 10,000 to 12,000 miles per year. You want lower monthly payments. But here's the downside. At the end of the lease, you don't own anything. You're essentially renting the car. And if you go over the mileage limit or return the car with excess wear, you'll get hit with fees. Buying, on the other hand, means higher monthly payments, but the car is yours. You can drive it as much as you want, modify it, and eventually you'll own it outright. For most people, buying makes more sense, especially with Subarus. These cars last 200,000 miles or more with proper care. Why pay for a car you'll never own when you could buy it and drive it for 10 to 15 years? But if you know you'll want a new car in 3 years and you're okay with the mileage limits, leasing could work. Just make sure you understand the terms before you commit. Final tips before you sign. You're almost there. The deal's nearly done. But before you put pen to paper, here are a few last-minute checks. Read everything. Don't just skim. Read the entire contract. Make sure the numbers match what you agreed to. If something looks off, ask questions. Double-check the interest rate. Make sure it's the rate you were promised, not a higher one slipped in at the last minute. Verify the warranty coverage. Know what's covered under Subaru's factory warranty and what isn't. Don't assume everything's included. Get everything in writing. If the salesperson promised you free oil changes or a tank of gas, make sure it's documented. And if you feel rushed or pressured at any point, take a breath. This is a huge purchase. You're allowed to take your time. If the dealer's pushing too hard, that's a red flag. A good dealer will respect your pace and give you space to think. The bottom line. Buying a Subaru in 2026 doesn't have to be stressful or expensive. If you walk in prepared, stay focused on the numbers that matter, and don't let the dealer control the conversation. You'll save thousands. Negotiate the car price first. Handle your trade-in separately. Get pre-approved for financing. Skip the overpriced add-ons and use multiple dealers to create competition. Do all that, and you'll drive away with a Subaru you love at a price that makes sense. And that's the whole point, getting a great car without overpaying. So take your time, do your research, and don't be afraid to walk away if the deal doesn't feel right. Your wallet will thank you, and your new Subaru, it'll run strong for years to come, especially when you're not buried in debt from overpaying. If you found these tips helpful, be sure to watch this next video as we're sharing insider tips to help you cut repair costs and keep your car running like new.